I live in a valley. It has trees that extend high into the sky above, with leaves pretending to be keys, trying to open clouds as if they were cupboards. If the sky was a kitchen, these cupboards would be stocked full of cans of rain for many months of the year.
Every day, I wake up in this valley, wondering whether these cupboards will open up their doors, emptying their contents onto my poor little roof. I love that roof. It has been a long and arduous process to provide a roof for myself. Though affordable housing options exist, they are like needles in haystacks. Even if you were to find the needle, you still might prick your finger and be buried in hay. To say the least, affordable housing tends to not be the healthiest environment. At this point in my life, I can feel my body slowing down in pace, but it's a whole lot easier to handle without having to worry about where I'm going to sleep.
Although this beautiful roof above my head is treasured, it does come at a cost. Nothing comes cheap in this world, and divorce makes this even more apparent. I have some financial assistance, but it just barely helps me get by. I would love to be financially established once more, but that's not always as easy as it sounds. What I spend my money on is contemplated over and over again, like dough being kneaded continuously in a bakery that has no clock.
Dough. Why is it that the things that are the worst for you are often the cheapest? I am very aware of the importance of nutrition, especially as my metabolism slows down like a runner with a cramp. But healthy foods are often costly. It's difficult not to select foods that will offer me unwanted weight, and my housing situation limits how I can prepare my food. Soup kitchens offer hearty meals, but they are not meant to be a permanent fix.
Even though the quality or amount of food I eat may fluctuate, I will always have my family. The divorce is a fissure in my life, taking away many things into its dark depths, but I still have contact with my child, which is one of the highlights of my life. I wish I could be in a better financial position to take care of them, but it's just not an option right now. My sibling and I are on good terms, and every chance I get is spent stimulating my mind through intellectual discussions. I've begun to read much more often now, and use my newfound knowledge to keep up with her. Although my parents are independent now, I would care for them at the drop of a hat as they have looked after me. There are many individuals in the community who are my family, not just biological, and I am very grateful for them when I need support or simply an ear to discuss how I'm feeling.
Much of the community is supportive and friendly, but stigma still acts as a barrier in my everyday life. Whether it's the attitude I perceive when walking into stores or just down the street, it's hard to see my own self-worth when I feel like no one treats me like a human. Even law enforcement seems to treat me with less respect than I deserve based on their perceptions of me.
This exclusion also acts as a barrier when trying to find work. How am I supposed to get a job when I feel so deeply judged? Even if I was qualified, I feel like they wouldn't give me a chance. While I read many books in my spare time, with only a basic education, it becomes even harder to compete in this economy. I would love to be able to save for my kids' education so that they don't end up in my situation, but I can't under these circumstances.
Sometimes I feel my life becoming too daunting. And it's days like those that I remember what a strong community we live in. Bike paths and lanes allow me to get around to all my resources, such as the soup kitchen, clinics, and other services that help me out, which is a nice option as buses can be expensive. While it's a slow path, the community is working towards supportive housing, which is a great milestone. Public health nurses are so understanding and helpful, and I'm very thankful for all that they do. Having public areas such as a library is very useful for interacting with others in the community, while also providing a space to learn and stay dry. All the work the community does inspires me to help out and advocate for others who live here, and I often find myself trying to give as much help as I can. As I get up there in my years, I know I should be going for regular checkups, and Caravan is an excellent resource for providing health services I may not be able to afford.
In general, I am very aware of my own health and the different aspects that it is comprised of. I try to eat right, get exercise, and stay positive. Positivism is crucial for getting by. While my body may be healthy, I have little drive to continue if I'm not happy. Although I'm appreciative of Western medicine, I often use alternative methods such as aromatherapy and more natural healing ideologies. Things like these center me and bring me back to the task at hand.
I live in a valley. It has tall mountains that extend low into our basin, with roads pretending to be first trodden trails, guiding us to different destinations in life. I do not live here alone. I am grateful for what I have and work hard towards staying healthy in all aspects of my life.
As nurses, we should not judge culture based on appearance, wealth based on clothing, or worth based on mental health. This individual is not a checklist. They are a human with desires and aspirations, and are more complex than we will ever truly know.
If we only look at one aspect of their life, we would be missing out on the larger picture, and it would not fully inform our understanding of their holistic health.